what's up? So welcome to another episode of Regine Bridges the Gap. This should be real interesting. We're talking about dating as a digital nomad. Honestly, I never would have thought that I would be making an episode like this, but it was requested and asked for anyone who I guess is interested in dating and loving abroad and what my experience as a black woman, as a black digital nomad is. But before I get started with this video, make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. Also join my Patreon. And let's go to a quick commercial break real quick before we get started. Right now, I am fundraising to shoot my very first pilot. This pilot will be about bridging the gap between New Orleans, Bounce, and Mapuka from the Ivory Coast. I would love if y'all could share this video, and I would love if I could shoot this video next year in March 2022. I always had a dream of bridging the gap with dance. As a dancer who loves dancers from the continent of Africa and dancers from the diaspora, I feel like we're more connected than we are different. And I would love if y'all could help me have this pilot. Maybe one day it could be on Netflix. Maybe one day it could be on Hulu. I really just want to get started, and I would love if y'all can help me. So let's get started. Dating as a digital nomad, I would say, has its ups and downs. The up is definitely different flavors, different men, different languages, different accents, just different experiences. Y'all, excuse me, I got a big pimple on my face. I broke out, and I normally don't. I don't know. Maybe that must be stress or something. But anyway, with that being said, like, that's its ups, you know? And you can relate back to my video about dating a Brazilian. I've dated Brazilian men twice. I haven't really dated any other type of nationality abroad just yet, because I'm still new to traveling abroad and living abroad and being a digital nomad. I do have some new countries coming up. In case you missed the little commercial break that we had, you could definitely support there if you would like. But yeah, I am single. I was not single for the beginning of the year. I literally went to Bahia and got snatched up the next week. That's how fast things work in Brazil, I suppose. I dated in Rio as well. Back in 2018. That was honestly one of my most devastating relationship experiences in my entire dating life. I'm 30, so there's that. But it's super hard dating as a digital nomad, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all and say, oh, it's amazing, it's great, it's cupcakes and lollipops. Nah, let's get into the downs. The downs is when you come back to your hometown, like New York City, New Jersey, and you want to try dating and you want to look for somebody that also travels, that also wants to go places, that also wants to do things, and it's so hard. It's so hard for me to find guys that have this interest in either living abroad or just traveling. My top request is like living abroad, but like, excuse this West thing, y'all. I've been running around doing stuff. That means I'm natural. That means I'm normal because I drink water. Okay, drink water. Anyway, and it's also hot up in here. If you're not from New York or you're not from New Jersey, you know the radiator it be pumping that summer heat. So it's hot up in here. Like, I'm burning up. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I'm burning up. But with that being said, it's super hard finding like a mate, a partner that a man, because I'm dating a man. I want to date a man. That also has those interests. You get what I'm saying? Like, that likes to travel and live abroad. Like, I'm going to show you, like, my ideal relationship. Take a look.
What it looks like to be a digital nomad and be able to work anywhere in the world with your husband. Business meetings and then pool time.
We are moving our RV to another state, so that's what we have to do. Secure everything in the RV to make sure it doesn't fall when we're driving. We pull the slides in. Aiden is really helpful with this. So this is what it looks like on the outside with the awning going in and the slide going in. Pick up all your trash, put up the stairs, close it, disconnect the sewer. By the way, that's where all the poop goes and all the water. And then we disconnect the water next. And then our water filter and softener. Then unplug the electricity. Back up the truck, connect the hitch to the RV. Retract the leveling jacks and remove the leveling blocks. Hello.
Hi.
So you've got your tablet set up already to watch?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for the long drive?
Yeah.
And that's it. Off we go to another state. This is what it looks like when we are in the car hanging out. My husband loves to drive, so we just chill and eat snack.
So you can follow them down below. They are literally couple goals, family goals for me, because I would love something like that. I would love to find a man that wants to live abroad, travel the world, and other countries speak different languages, etc. But it's so hard to find that because it's a super small community. At least for me, But another thing, I guess, a lot of people would say, "Oh, Regine, you need to also open up your options to not just black men," And I'm like, duh, as well. But I'm just like, I mean, I don't think I'm in the spaces to meet other races, to meet men of other races. I'm not in those spaces. Like, my core subject is the diaspora, African, you know what I'm saying? So there are not a lot of different races in those spaces. So I don't meet these guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm open to it, but I just don't meet them. So most of the guys that I'm constantly meeting is black. So it's that experience, and not to sound messed up or, I guess classes, or would that be the word? But a lot of black men don't be traveling. Like, they don't. And if they do, they vacation. That's a big difference. So, you know what I'm saying? And again, look at my TikTok. I talk about vacation versus traveling, like living abroad and vacationing. Like, a lot of black guys that I meet, they just go on vacation. They don't want to really live in these countries, get to know the culture, study the culture. They don't want to do any of that. They would just rather go there for a holiday and go home. And that is cool. Like, that's cool for anybody, regardless of your gender. If that's what you want to do, that's what's up. But that's not something I do. So it would really suck for me to be the only one in the relationship traveling. I say, hey, let's go here, da-da-da. And they just don't want to do that. They would much rather live in Queens, or just stay in Queens, or just stay wherever they are, which is cool. People got families and stuff like that. It's just not their lifestyle. It's just not their thing. They're just not into it. And that is 100% cool, but it does suck for me wanting to date, wanting to start a family with someone who has the same interests as me, such as traveling. And traveling is a big part of my life. It's a big part of my life. It's a big part of my journey of Regine, who I am. It's a part of my spirituality. It's a part of it all. And it's hard, y'all. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if other digital nomads have this as well. Now, let's get into loneliness, because people are like, oh, don't you get lonely? No, I don't get lonely. I'm never alone. Again, I'm telling you, I meet these guys, so they just are not compatible with me. That I ain't never alone, child. I went to Bahia and was in a relationship like this. Rio, like this. The same can happen to any country, but however, I can always meet people, meet guys, meet friends. But, like, are we compatible? What's the long term? I feel like it's not long term. It's never long term, because we just don't have the same goals. So, no, I'm never alone. Never, literally never alone at all, especially when I'm doing research and going to dance classes and studying dance and doing research. Never, ever alone. Ever. Like, ever. I'm like not alone. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, y'all have no idea. Like, if you follow me, you know I'm not really alone. Like, on TikTok, even on IG, I'm like not alone. I'm a walking, talking box. I talk to everybody. But, like, when it comes to relationships and long-term stuff, it's so difficult. Like, trying to get something started, trying to build, it's just so hard, because that first step, is them finding out, you know, especially on these dating apps. I'm like on Hinge and stuff. Especially on these dating apps, when you start talking to people, start talking to guys, they find out you a digital nomad. It's like, yeah, forget it, lost cause. And it's like, damn. Yeah, sucks, right? So, if you would like this to be a series where I just talk about like my dating experiences and finding a mate and coming to these different realizations and just like manifesting, let me know in the comments. I can continue. I can talk about this, honestly. It's kind of hard getting up on here on camera and talking about this because it's like I don't like sharing personal info like this. I really don't. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But like, yeah, it does have its ups and downs. Again, the up is different cultures, different experiences. The downs is definitely like being compatible with someone. And the main negative when it comes to the compatibility is definitely me being a digital nomad and traveling. And that's it. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, y'all, and let me know if you want to know more. I do have a date this week, so let's tune in for that. I have a date this week, Friday, so we'll see how that goes. And when he finds out that I'm a digital nomad and how that goes, because my last date, I don't think he really liked that I was a digital nomad and that I don't be here. I'll be outside pretty much. Tune in, y'all. I'll see y'all next week.